Hello, this is Joe Pryor, the virtual real estate team in Oklahoma City. And, I talk a lot about Oklahoma City. Why? Because, well, it's been my hometown. I grew up there. I still do business there. And so we've sold a lot of properties in Oklahoma City, especially since I started dealing with out-of-state and out-of-country investors in 2004. In fact, if I take my whole career, starting in 1989, I've sold over 3,300 investment properties alone and other properties besides that. But that's a lot of homes to sell, and I'm still selling. We still sell, 3 figures of homes, for investors every year. And, we have to really search very hard sometimes to find new places to go because we don't want to oversaturate the market. And that brings me to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, Tulsa, Oklahoma is our sister city. It's the only second city in Oklahoma that has a population over 1 million. In fact, a lot of Oklahoma is populated in the Tulsa metro and the Oklahoma City metro, but it reached over 1 million a few years ago. And the economy, like Oklahoma City, is extremely resilient, doing very well. What's very interesting though about Tulsa is that, it's not the same as Oklahoma City. I mean, you would think, well, Oklahoma's got to be homogeneous and the two cities are identical. That's like saying San Francisco is the same city as Los Angeles. And that's really, I think, a good analogy for these two cities. They are different. And one of the things that's different is real estate. In fact, one thing that we've had a difficult time to do is finding a home in Tulsa over $300,000. There's more income inequality in Tulsa than there is in Oklahoma City. There's a greater middle class in Oklahoma City. So most people want to build for these $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 homes. And so we do have a builder though that builds virtually everything under $300,000. And Tulsa is kind of an undiscovered country when it comes to real estate, using an old Star Trek name, mainly because it hasn't been oversaturated with investors. It's never been above the market radar. It's never been, in all the magazines. And so what we're excited about in selling Tulsa properties is the fact that the supply is very much lower than the demand, especially with what we're doing. So if you want to buy a $240,000, $250,000 house, we have one builder. It's the only builder that does that in the whole city. And it's a builder we do a lot of business with in Oklahoma City too. They are an affordable builder. And so it's the only affordable market type product that you can buy that's going to give you positive cash flow. In fact, if I sent you our sheets, our cash flow sheets on the Tulsa market, you'd be very impressed, even with the interest rates where they are right now. It's just how strong the positive cash flow is. And the reason why the positive cash flow stays that strong is because of supply and demand. Demand is way more than supply in terms of what we have the ability to sell. And this company builds a lot of homes, and so we get new markets, we get new neighborhoods all the time. And the good news is we have homes that are available now. In other words, you can close within 30 to 45 days. The good news about that is every market is seasonal in some particular way. In other words, Florida is going to be different than Oklahoma City in terms of the peak markets. Like in Oklahoma City, peak markets start in April and go to the end of July. Why is that? 4 seasons, people want warmer weather. School's out in May, and so people start looking for rentals in April. It gets warm, it gets green because our grass goes brown in the winter. And then what happens is then people really start to buy and they start to get rentals. So if you're interested right now in a great market that's undersaturated instead of oversaturated with rentals, and I know that's not a name, Tulsa's a market that you really should think about. We'll be happy to introduce you to our rep in the Tulsa market and also to give you the spreadsheets to show you what we can do for you.